91.3. Hello?
And now, broadcasting from the top of the skyscraper that is the Markham Hall on the Rogers State University campus in Claremore, it's Green Country's most exciting radio show, Free Association.
91.3.
And now, here is the Fort Smith
just
Fireball,
hold on a second.
your champion of chicken, and your deluxe dueling DJ, Mark Lane.
It is Free Association right here on 91.3 FM. I'm Mark Lane, and I'll be with you until 6 o'clock on this dreary Wednesday afternoon. But it doesn't have to be dreary. I can brighten your day with a request. Give me a call at 343-7913. I can also brighten your day with some jokes, with some headlines, and with some various commentary on various events. You want to hear more about the custodian girl that I talked about last week? Well, we'll be talking about that and other issues right here on Free Association. For now, State Radio with Dr. Ron, the actor, on Free Association. Sorry about that. Now I'll go get tipped. Data Rock with True Stories right here on Free Association on 91.3 FM, where you can hear true alternative music. And if there's a song you want to hear, 343-7913 is the request line. You know, I'm looking on my Facebook, and I've been tracking this fad for a week, which is where the girls, some of the guys are doing it, but predominantly the girls are going and looking for their celebrity lookalikes on Facebook. It's hilarious because their celebrity lookalikes don't look anything like the girls at all. It's like, oh, my celebrity lookalike is Angelina Jolie. If you look 7/10 of what Angelina Jolie looked like, honey, I'd be beating down a path to your door, as well as other guys. So trust me, you don't look like Angelina Jolie. But they do it anyway. They go ahead and they get these celebrity lookalikes, you know. So there you go. All right, here's the Agrolites with Wild Time on Free Association. Regina Spektor with Blue Lips right here on Free Association. I'm Mark Lane, and before that we had Vampire Weekend with Run, and then before that we had the Agrolites with Wild Time. And everybody's going to be searching for a wild time this Sunday because it's the Super Bowl. The Indianapolis Colts face the New Orleans Saints, and it could be a wild time considering the offensive firepower that both teams have. I was stopped in the hallway as I was eating a sandwich by KO, and he asked me, oh, so who do you have in the Super Bowl this week? And I told him the Colts. And there's manifold reasons why I would pick the Colts, and I'll summarize them for you. Peyton Manning, he's a boy from the South, and I like SEC boys, so there you go. That's it. That's the reasons. Oh, then you have the New Orleans Saints. The reasons why I wouldn't want to see them win a Super Bowl. That's also why I'm going for the Colts as well. You know, they did become, as Al Michaels said back in the 05 team, the Saints, America's team, at least for this season with the whole Hurricane Katrina thing. And we did feel sorry for them. True. And I did have compassion on the Saints in the 05 season. But we got to go back to the end of that 05 season when they got rid of Jim Haslett. That really didn't sit too well with me. There are people that blame George Bush for the levees or whatever in New Orleans. Well, stuff more insane, more irrational than that would be firing Jim Haslett because of Hurricane Katrina. They go 3-13 because they don't have a place to play, not because Jim Haslett's a bad coach. And then you notice the next season, the Saints in 06 had virtually the same roster. Jim Haslett left a few groceries in the cupboard, folks. So, and then they give it to Sean Payton. Frankie Munn is there from Malcolm in the Middle. Ooh, Sean Payton. Ooh, Drew Brees. You know, so I want to see him go down. And then not only go down from this Super Bowl loss that they are about to endure this Sunday, but also down into Davy Jones's locker, to the bottom of the NFL. So we never have to hear from them again. So there you go. Okay, coming up after the break, we have Karen with the concert calendar, Monsters of Folk with Whole Lot of Losing right here on Free Association. But if you're listening to this show, I'm Mark Lane. You're doing a whole lot of winning. And you can win big if you call the request line at 343-7913, because I'll play you a song. Yeah, that reminds me. No, the whole lot of losing thing. It reminds me of... Don't you remember when you were a kid and you'd go to a talent show or kindergarten graduation or some other kind of awards banquet, and they'd say, "Oh, we're all winners." Really? Then this guy must be a bigger winner than the rest of us. Look at the size of his paycheck, So, Vlad the Impaler by Kasabian, right here on Free Association. I'm Mark Lane. And you want to know what insanity is? It's having to read the emails of middle-aged, Midwestern, baby-booming, buffet-busting siblings, otherwise known as my mom and her side of the family. You're not going to believe this. No, I don't think anybody could believe what I'm about to tell you. So I'm on, the email list that we have in the family because, I don't know, I should get every kind of forward that there is about Obama, So, anyway, my Aunt Susie sends out an email and she says, "Hey, I want to know if anybody else has noticed this, but whenever I'm watching Fox News, for some reason it cuts out right during the Glenn Beck show, and it cut out immediately after Obama's speech last week. Did anybody else have this problem? I'm thinking it's my cable company." Don't worry, she lives in Illinois, so if I accidentally say the name of the cable company, which she didn't give, then, we shouldn't be in any kind of trouble. So the other siblings respond. They say, "Oh, no, I don't have that problem at all. I have X service provider, and they seem to be doing fine. I don't know what you're talking about." And then I get on there and I respond and I say, because I'm in the TV business. That's what I do to pay the bills here at college, is run a master control. Same kind of thing that would happen at a service provider. So I give some technical expertise of how it could happen if it was happening, and why if it was happening it would soon stop. That kind of thing. The email, no one reads it. It was like, "Okay, Mark," like when I was a kid, "Okay, Mark, go in the other room and play video games. The adults are talking." They blew over the email. So, I loved what my uncle wrote. He wrote the big punchline of the night. Here it is. "I have Y cable provider, and right after Obama's speech, Fox went off and Ahmadinejad was having tea with Chavez in the Chinese Premier Wu. They had subtitles in French. I never could make out what they were saying. After Greta's program was over, Fox came back on. Maybe you're on to something, Susie." Oh, he's a step ahead of them. And so there it was. All right, here's Chris Joss with Ford Mustard Cutter right here on Free Association. Well, in the case of Free Association, it's you and we right here on Free Association, because I'm Mark Lane and I'm addressing an entire audience of I don't know how many. That was the Abbey with Just You and Me right here on 91.3 FM. Before that, we had Hockey with Work. And then before that, we had Chris Joss with Ford Mustard Cutter. Here we are coming to the end of the show. And here's some of what I played today. Starlight Mints, Asteroid Galaxy Tour, The White Stripes, Vampire Weekend, Bon Iver. Wait, I don't think I got to Bon Iver. No, I didn't. Because it says right here on the log, it says Jump. What is this, Checkers? So I don't even know if the song played. Well, we'll throw that in after the break, after Karen and the concert calendar. Or what does she call herself now? Karen Kilowatt? Clever. Very clever. I like that. And then we'll go to the Bon Iver song, Rosalind, right here on Free Association. Oh, man. I forgot to talk about the custodian girl. I didn't get that today. Well, I can fit it in here for 30 seconds. All right. First off, let me say, last week I went and I watched my replay and I referred to her as a sore sight for my eyes. Pardon my dyslexia. You got to remember, this is the kid who referred to Jim Noir as Jim Noir, the kid who botched Louis the 16th, referred to it as that instead of Louis the 16th. You got to realize what you're dealing with. What I meant to say was, she's a pleasant sight for my sore eyes. You see how that goes? So there you go. Anyway, yeah, tonight, I'm the Deion Sanders of the KRSC media. Playing both ways. Playing radio, playing television. The Deion Sanders of the KRSC media. And I leave you with this. Quis custodiet ipsos custodes. That's a Latin phrase. What does it mean? It means who hits on the custodian girl. I'm Mark Lane. I'll see you next week at 4 p.m. on 91.3 FM.
91.3 FM.